Bruce Blair. I'm a board member of Friends of the Bluff, and we're here today at Barn Bluff. We're going to speak about some of the trail issues and solutions that are being implemented. In 2016, the City Council approved a new master plan for the Bluff, and in that plan, it made recommendations on what to do to solve some of the issues. Issues include, of course, steep slopes, massive erosion, and damage to natural and cultural resources. Solutions have been implemented for some of the trails, and the work will continue into 2020. And I think we should just head up the bluff now and take a look at what's going on. Well, obviously Barn Bluff has severe topography, steep topography. And this location here, which used to be called the Prairie Bypass Trail and now it's called the Central Trail, is a poster child for what can go wrong with trails that go straight up and down the hill. There's something called trail creep, where the public uses a treadway until it gets too deeply eroded or muddy to use, and so they move over and do another one. And in this location, we had 5. So we had 5 trails going up and down the hill here, and it created quite an eroded mess. Now in the fall of 2019, you can see here that with a bobcat moving some fill, we filled in the ruts and put in erosion control fabric. And it's held up very well. I'm real pleased to see how well this is doing. But we still have to get up the hill. So at this location, there's going to be about 50 stone steps to get us 2/3 of the way up, where some new trail that's already built and open will take you on a gentle path up towards the top of the bluff. Now, how do you get 50 stone steps up on top of the bluff? And in fact, it's about 15 tons of stone that we have to get up here. Well, the answer has been we use a crane. And we lift up the pallets of material, and we lift up a skid steer, a bobcat, to move things around. So we'll be doing that again here in 2020. But this work is not easy. The labor has been mostly provided by the Conservation Corps of Minnesota and Iowa, CCMI. They are natural resources related work crews, highly motivated, usually younger people who are trying to get experience in natural resources. They have an office in Rochester, and they come here every day and provide the really intense, laborious work that needs to be done to get this done. Here we are at the upper end of the South Trail, where it meets the Prairie Trail on top. The Prairie Trail used to continue further up the hill and wrap around the flagpole and then go straight down the hill to the West Overlook, which is the overlook that overlooks downtown. Well, there are all kinds of negative issues with that alignment, including erosion and damage to resources. When we get to the other side, we'll see some of the repair work that's gone on the old alignment. In the fall of 2019, we were able to substantially complete a new alignment. It offers the same great views as the original alignment, but it's been built much more sustainably. So we're going to walk down the trail a little bit and take a look at some of the features that make a better trail. All right, we're standing now on a portion of the new Prairie Trail alignment. And I wanted to show one feature from the Sustainable Trail Design Handbook. So what is a sustainable trail? Well, really the issues with trail and trail damage, it's water and erosion. That's probably your #1 issue. And where trails go straight up and down hills, the water has no choice but to follow that route and end up causing gullies and massive erosion. So with sustainable trail design, you work with the landscape more and you manage stormwater. So this new alignment is longer than the old. It's not as steep, and it has these features called grade reversals. It might be hard to pick out, but the water will come down here, and the trail over here is a little higher, so it forces the water to go this way. The water cannot accumulate in vast quantities and keep charging down the hill, causing erosion. So about every 30 feet or so, we'll have one of these grade reversals. The trail goes down, but then it goes slightly up to force the water to get pitched out and not let it concentrate. So that's one of the techniques used in sustainable trail design. Well, here we are at the West Overlook, and I'm viewing downtown of the Mississippi River. Behind me, you can see where the Prairie Trail used to go, straight up and down the hill to get to this overlook. And just like other locations, that contributed to all kinds of erosion and trail creep. So the new alignment, which we just saw some of right here, you can see some of it, takes this issue out of the equation. We design it out and create a more sustainable, durable tread. Now the new alignment's not done yet. We still have to sprinkle a layer of crushed rock to get rid of some of the mud, and we have some stone steps yet to place here. This will be work we'll do in 2020. Also in the summer of 2020, we expect to seed this with native prairie species. These are the species, of course, found on the bluff only. In the fall of 2019, we collected quite a few pounds of native seed, and we'll be plugging those through the erosion fabric into the ground June, July, all things permitting. And so hopefully if you came back in 2 or 3, 4 years, you would find that you could hardly recognize where the trail was, and it would be loaded with native species. Well, our next stop shows some work that we've done. This is a place we're calling the Quarry Trail Shortcut, and it's just off the Quarry Trail. The challenge here was that the Quarry Trail itself is fairly well designed, less erosion than other locations, but the public had made 2 shortcuts straight up and down the hill, and it's just irresistible for the public to do that. So the challenge is how to accommodate that need, provide a trail that's durable, and with the steep topography, the only solution is steps. And so what we've done here is got started on a new stairway with 350-pound limestone stones that were laboriously placed in the fall of 2019. The work here is not done. We'll start up again when we can in 2020 and try and get this all completed by the end of the summer of this year. Well, the sites that we have reviewed today give you an idea of the challenge and the solutions that are being implemented. As I mentioned, the original schedule was to try and complete most of the work by the end of the summer of 2020. Obviously, the COVID-19 virus situation could affect the schedule, but the intent remains the same, and that is to finish as soon as possible. Funding for this work has been substantially provided by Minnesota Legacy Funds via a grant from the Greater Minnesota Regional Parks and Trails Commission and the City of Red Wing. Now, speaking of the virus, the camera crew and myself on this video have been able to practice social distancing, just the 3 of us. It hasn't been a challenge. Days when the trail or the bluff is busy and you're on the trails, maintaining social distancing may not be possible. Therefore, we strongly recommend you consider wearing a mask when on the trails on the busy days here at Barn Bluff, so we all can do our part to be part of the solution. Well, thank you for taking this short video tour of the Barn Bluff trail work. We appreciate that. You're welcome to visit the bluff anytime you want. If you see us out working on the trails, please stop and introduce yourself. If you'd like more information now or sooner, please contact the City of Red Wing or visit the Friends of the Bluff website. Thank you.